Hello everyone, this is David from Automotive Press. I've got a really kind of interesting and a cool thing to share with you. And that is, I just received these Japanese brochures from Japan, from a close friend of mine in Tokyo. And these are full glossy brochure, type of brochures you don't see anymore in dealership because every manufacturer is moving away from these type of expensive brochures, but they still give them out in Japan. So I got one for Land Cruiser 300 series. Beautiful glossy brochure. I got one about, of course, this is another one about the Land Cruiser 300 series, but the 70th anniversary model, there's a brochure just for that. And then there is, this one here is on a GR Yaris, which of course is one of my favorite cars. I can't wait to drive it when I'm in Japan, hopefully end of this year or early next year. Again, a full glossy brochure that is covered with details, beautiful photos, and lots of details, of course. Unfortunately, it is in Japanese. Hey, but if you're a car person, you can look at it and see the photos and kind of figure things out. Now, here's the best news, and here's my best secret I'm going to share with you, because you can actually download a PDF version of every Toyota product from the Japanese website, the corporate Japanese website of Toyota. Now, it is all in Japanese. I'm going to have to help you navigate it. But if I can show you exactly where to go and where to point, you can download to your desktop or your computer or your Mac or even your iPad, complete set of the brochures in PDF format, everything from Land Cruiser 300 to the Supra to GR Yaris, whatever they are selling now, they have brochure for it. So let me take you to my computer and I'm going to show you exactly where to go and what to do to download these beautiful brochures in a PDF format. So the first thing you have to do is to go to the Toyota Japanese website. This is the global corporate website, but on the Japanese side, it's a bit confusing because there's a number of different websites that uses the word Toyota. You have to go to toyota.jp and it's going to give you the Japanese version right away. So you want to be on this page that you see right now. If you're curious as to what the website says, at the very top is a lineup, so that provides the full lineup of Toyota. Next one is purchasing, so how do you buy? And then owner support, so these are for the people who have purchased the cars, used car, and then key topics. So those are some of the menu on the very top. But what we want to do is keep on scrolling down past the lineup section. There's lots of interesting stuff there. But we want to keep on rolling all the way until the very bottom of the main page, the first page. And then we're looking for this section here in the second column. This is the purchasing or buying section where it says web catalog. So you see the word web in English, W-E-B. Click on that and it brings to this page here. So this is the entire list of all the brochures you can get for the Japanese models. Even some of the more specialized models are here. So it's quite fascinating because you can access every catalog of every Japanese model in here. So there's everything from the smaller cars, which is under compact section here, to a minivan section. We have a cute minivan called a Rumi in Japan at Toyota. And then you get into larger minivans like Voxy, which of course aren't sold here. Then you look through the catalog under sedans. Then there's specialized models like the Century, which is the most expensive Toyota model they have. That's a really fascinating car to explore. It's like the Rolls-Royce of Toyota models. And then there's station wagons, SUVs. Some of the cars we have it here. Some of them we don't have it here. We have the Land Cruiser 300. And so that's a good one. There's two buttons on the bottom here. The left one opens a PDF like this. And the right one takes you to a form which you have to fill in to ask them to send you the catalog. But that only works in Japan. so you won't be able to use the right button. So make sure that you use the left button, which takes you to this page here, and this is essentially just a PDF of the brochure that's being opened using a reader, and you can download from here. So it's quite fascinating, a beautiful brochure here for the 300 series Land Cruiser, and the Japanese always know how to create amazing brochure that's almost like a fancy book. Lots of information here. You can keep on going for pages after pages, and you can do this for every single model that's listed in that website. So this is really cool. You don't want to use the English website version of the Toyota. They don't have the brochure section. So yeah, so I keep on going here. More stuff on 300 series. They provide every single trim models, all the different type of color you can have. The GR Sport, of course, is our favorite, but you can also get a cheaper, more simpler model in the 300 series, and then the full spec at the very end with options and standard equipment and so forth. So that's the Land Cruiser 300. We can keep on scrolling here, more stuff such as the well, Supra there, which is the car I own, also GR Yaris, the new GR86. So let's take a look at the GR86 brochure. Yeah, so another beautiful brochure. Again, I know we can't get the hard copy sent over to North America, but this is the next best thing. If you can open it in your computer and see the exact same photos and glossy brochure, but all virtually or electronically. So again, very well done. Lots of information. Strangely enough, on this GR86 brochure, there's some English mixed in with Japanese, so you can kind of understand what they're trying to say. But otherwise, it's mostly Japanese. Again, it's a very different approach to catalog and brochure than North American versions or North American companies. They just don't seem to have any respect for these kind of brochures anymore. So everything has been shifted to an actual website somewhere, but not kind of printed or slash PDF printed version of brochure like this. Now let's close this PDF, go back to the menu, and then there's a section that showcases the GR86 accessories. So there's a whole brochure just for that. And again, even if you don't understand Japanese, it's okay. It's mostly photos anyway. But this one is the custom version of the GR86, where you can buy a variety of different dealer installed options to dress up the GR86. So there's a brochure for that as well. Okay, let's go back to the menu and now open the GR Yaris brochure. This is by far my favorite car. It's too bad we can't buy this in North America, but we are getting the GR Corolla next year, sometime in 2022. So I'm really looking forward to that because I might trade in my Supra for the GR Corolla if it's as serious as the GR Yaris in terms of performance. So that was the GR Yaris brochure. Again, more accessory brochures are available on the model as well. And so you can keep on looking at a variety of different brochures. You will never get tired of this website. There's so much to see. Now, if you really want to see the entire website in English, you can go to translate.google.com or just use Google Translate app and then type in the website toyota.jp, and it will now open up the brochure but with English translation embedded. So if you do that, you can see most of the stuff in English. Just keep in mind that any Japanese phrases or word that's part of a graphic can't be converted. So obviously a lot of the stuff will stay in Japanese and the brochure itself will remain in Japanese. But now a lot of the icons and the web direction are all in English. So you can navigate a lot easier. Once again, you can see the word web catalog. We saw this earlier. It takes us back to the same website here, but this time it has a lot more English. So give that a try if you want to see more English to help you navigate the pages or just to be able to read more description in this web page. Just to wrap up this video, let me open the Toyota Century catalog. So it sounds strange, right? Because this is not Buick Century, it's Toyota Century. And this is basically like a chauffeur-driven flagship car for president and CEOs and executives. It kind of followed the footpaths of Rolls-Royce. It is the most luxurious and most upscale sedan you can buy in Japan, and it's actually quite impressive. So that's the brochure. So once you get used to navigating these pages, take your time, grab a coffee, and go over some of these brochures. I think is really interesting. Once again, they are in Japanese, but for the most part, you can figure things out. And there are similar pages for other brands, other automakers like Honda, Nissan, and Subaru. If you want some help with that, let me know. I can maybe create another video for other brands. But for now, I wanted to show you the Toyota brand and the type of brochure you can take a look and download. So it's pretty fascinating. Have fun with that, and let me know in the comments below what else you would like to know about Toyota or anything to do with Japanese cars and trucks. Really looking forward to creating more videos for you. Please give me some feedback as to what you want to see in the future. And I would really appreciate if you can give me a like button and subscribe as well. Thank you so much. I'm signing off for now.